Welcome to my channel. Subscribe, share, and like the video. Let's begin. What is it? It's the Bentley Bentayga. Take 2. What you see here is a heavy facelift of the first-gen SUV that launched in late 2015. Over 1,000 new components. Most importantly, it's better looking now. While the overall shape is the same as before, the details have been fiddled with in some areas and overhauled in others. It's much more appealing as a result. Tighter of line and with more finesse in the detail. The first Bentayga was ungainly at best. This one is acceptable. What else is new? A 20mm increase in the rear track improves the Bentayga's stance while neatening its handling. There are new alloy wheel designs and spangly new headlights that use cut crystal to make them sparkle even when they're not lit. When they are, their intensity changes with the speed you're driving to avoid dazzling other road users while still illuminating secluded country lanes. Why is it a big deal? The Bentayga is a deeply important car, and not just for the couple of thousand people its manufacturer employs in northwest England. It made up almost half of Bentley's sales in 2019, while 70% of Bentayga buyers are new to the marque, and, we'd imagine, a lot younger than the Bentley norm. In fact, sales continued to rise during the Bentayga's fourth year on the market, with roughly 4,000 sold a year. It accounts for over a third of the luxury SUV sector that also includes the Aston Martin DBX, Rolls-Royce Cullinan, and of course the new Range Rover. The luxury half of its equation is more pertinent than ever now the Bentley Mulsanne is dead, too. Suddenly the Bentayga SUV and Flying Spur Saloon have an extra job on their hands. Together attempting to fill the literally vast void the venerable old limo leaves behind. Thus the Bentayga's had a proper smarten up inside, and its rear quarters are larger and more relaxing if you plump for the especially posh four-seater. New to the range is the extended wheelbase EWB model, an extra 180mm of length added to the rear passenger compartment, taking the total to 5,305mm. Can I have it with 7 seats? You can have the regular Bentayga as a 7-seater. Rugby practice one-upmanship gets no bolder, but the EWB is focused on luxury, so no boot-based chairs there. Instead you'll want it with 4 seats, an extra 2,790 pounds over the standard 5 seats, and ideally the airline seat specification, footrests, extended lounging capability, picnic tables and the rest for 8,395 pounds. Bentley expects most EWB models, which start at 211,300 pounds, to be spec'd close to 300,000 pounds. Pricing, engine and performance, fuel economy, interior, infotainment and tech, safety, warranty and maintenance. Home Bentley Bentayga 2024 Chevron down icon 2024 Bentley Bentayga starting at $205,925. 2024 Bentley Bentayga Ube Mulliner Bentley 810 D rating, specs, photos, highs. The heady smell of the leather, the prestige that comes standard, the silken whoosh from both the hybrid and V8 lows. Aside from the grille, the styling is to generic SUV standard model skimps on rear seat legroom. Verdict: the Bentayga is different from other Bentleys in that it takes the form of an SUV, but the ultimate luxury experience that the brand is known for is alive and well here. By Drew Dorian. Overview: these days even legacy luxury automakers like Bentley need an SUV in their stable, and the 2024 Bentayga doesn't skimp on the ultimate posh experience that the brand's Continental GT and Flying Spur models are known for. Step up into its cabin, and the Bentayga's aromatic leather wraps you in a gentle hug. Scan the dash and take in the gorgeous metal trim and rich wood inlays mixed with modern infotainment tech. Press the Bentayga's console-mounted start button, and one of 2 available engines, a velvety V8 or a silky plug-in hybrid V6, smoothly comes to life behind the appropriately imperious grille. You're in a Bentley, for sure, even if it takes the less alluring shape of an SUV. Performance is admirable with any of the powertrains, but the V8 proved quickest in our testing, hitting 60 miles per hour in a scant 3.5 seconds. But performance may not matter if you plan to be chauffeured, and if that's the case, the extended wheelbase Bentayga is the one you should opt for, and make sure to order the reclining rear seats for maximum relaxation. Advertisement, continue reading below. Playlist back. Pause. Playlist forward. Closed captions. Enter full screen. Unmute. Where this vehicle ranks £13 in ultimate luxury vehicle down icon. Ferrari 1 to Cilindri 1. Ferrari 1 to Cilindri. Starting at $467,000. Bentley FL. What does a regular Bentayga cost? About £50,000 less, although with the EWB you're not merely paying more for the extra legroom, but a lift and standard equipment, too. Pricey to buy, pricey to run. Bear this in mind when they hit the second-hand market, where the old adage, if you can't afford to buy it new, you can't afford to run it used, has probably never rung truer. More on that in the buying tab. What models are available? Broadly speaking, there's a choice of 3 powertrains: twin-turbo 4.0 V8, twin-turbo 6.0 W12 or hybrid 3.0 V6, although not all are yet available in both regular and EWB body styles. The flagship Bentayga Speed has a mighty 6-6 bhp, but we've actually found the 5-4 bhp V8 to be nearly as fast and significantly less thirsty. The hybrid does a particular job, having enough pure electric range to allow emissions-free urban trips. But the technology isn't cutting edge. It doesn't permit fast charging, for instance, and the V6 itself sounds too reedy, and isn't as thunderous and well-mannered as the bigger motors. What's it like to drive? We shouldn't have to point this out, but the Bentayga is not a sports SUV. Instead, it's a big, luxurious, very nicely upholstered, and trimmed heavyweight SUV. Although it's come in for criticism, the Bentayga feels a natural brand extension of a firm that's always built big, heavyweight, sturdy cars. Roll control technology has made it very capable around corners, but this is still not an SUV that likes to be hustled. The big lad will put his hands on his knees and wheeze at the end of a good road. But car-seating, hushed, smooth riding and cushioned, it makes you feel safe and secure in a way not much else can match. What's the verdict? The Bentayga has always been an irresistibly posh take on the SUV. Its update only exaggerates the feeling. Quite often, our reviews of big, posh SUVs, especially the quick ones, involve us having to leave our reservations about the sheer point of the things at the door. The Bentayga battered them out of us before we even got the chance. It's a force of nature, but an annoyingly irresistible one, helped by just how long, wide and heavy Bentleys are in the first place. Ultimately, we don't think it's quite as bespoke and beautifully finished as a Conti GT Coupe or Flying Spur Saloon, but this, don't forget, is also Bentley's entry-level model. It can be spec'd to perform whatever role you envisage for it. Well, luxury for seat chauffeur car, or leather-clad family hauler, and Bentley's brand values are well matched to the SUV. It's not trying to defy physics, just trying to be a high-rise luxury car. It does that very well, whether you're experiencing it from the front or back seats. Thanks for watching my channel.